Um, I am pushing for 20 chapters, but because I only have 10,738 words to go, 9 times out of 10, I probably won't make it to chapter 20, because usually I try to keep my chapter word count like um, between I want to say like 3,000 and I guess now 5,000, because I kind of went up to 51. So yeah, so basically sometimes my word count is in the 200, I mean the 2,000s, because I might, when I'm writing, it's like, oh, a cliffhanger. I'm like, I gotta stop right here. This is the best time to stop writing and stop writing in that chapter and go and start the next chapter, because I nailed it with this cliffhanger that I didn't see coming. So it's like, okay, well, I know I didn't reach my chapter length that I normally do, but it's okay. It happens. Um, so, so basically, once I get through, once I get through reaching, and I think I'm going to probably go over my 70,000 word count, which is okay, because back in the day, the minimum word count was 70,000. Now today, the minimum word count is like 80,000 or 90,000. I think it's 80,000. Don't quote me on that. But because this is my first book, I am going with the minimum from back in the day, 70,000. So that's where I'm at. So basically, what did I want to say? Um, oh, okay. So with the recap, so these past couple chapters, whoopsie. Um, I in 1 month I went from chapter I went for yeah, for the month of May, I went from chapter 14 to to the end of chapter 17, which is really awesome. And I'm moving quicker than what I normally do, but that's because I'm in a lot of the shut up and write meetups. I They're like all day, all night. I think there's another one about to start in like 30 minutes, but I've never got on it. That's because they're like in another country. But I never got on it, and since I'm on Facebook Live, I probably won't get on it tonight. Actually, I've never got on it past 3 o'clock. So um, I usually do during the daytime and at nighttime. But I don't just use the time to like write my book, although I do do that a lot. Because I'm like, the more I get closer to the end, it's like I just want to get it done. I've been doing it since 2014. It's time to finish it. Um, what's been helping me lately is, let me get it. Hold on a second. Let's see. Find it. Okay, so there's a site. It's really awesome. Okay, so it's called onestopforwriters.com. It's like a lifesaver for me. And the reason it is because, and I paid for the whole year. I was like, man, I gotta get this. It's off the chain. It has, oh, wait a second. I need to, hold on a second, because I'm downloading my videos so that I can edit and all that good stuff on this supplies. Really good edit. Okay, so anyways, what was I talking? Oh, so it was a lifesaver because actually I'll go to it. Um, it made my life as a writer so much easier because it has character motivation, color and pattern, emotion amplifier, emotional wound, negative traits, occupation, physical features, positive traits, setting, shape, symbolism. Um, motive. I don't know. Symbolism and motive. I don't know what that means. Okay, motive. Maybe they shorten it for something else, I guess. Talent and skill, texture, weather, and the earth. Then they have the stacks, which include character building, story maps, scene maps, formal scene maps, informal, timelines, world building surveys, idea generator, templates and worksheets, checklists, and tip sheets and tutorials. So it's really awesome. So it was worth the subscription. The subscription was it was only $90 for 12 months. You can't beat that. $50 for 6 months and $9 for 1 month. And you get it. You also can do a 2 week free trial. Like I said, screw the 2 week free trial. After I saw everything that I saw, I just went and brought the 12 months. There's so much you can do because you have your workspace. It's called My Workspace, and I'm gonna sign in real quick. Okay, so it's called My Workspace, and then you can like put all your notes in it, like just everything, and like you can organize everything. You can like highlight and like move whatever you want to move into your workspace. I don't know, you can just do so much on this site. It's amazing. It helped me improve my writing, like, oh, you have no clue. It helped improve my writing so much. It was a lifesaver. It really helped with making my chapters come alive. It really helped in showing, not telling. It really helped in um, uh, the characters' emotions, the body language, their mental stability, um, the dialogue, all that. It really helped. And so there's also this website that I found. You might just want to type in 250 dialogue tags. So I copied that. There's 250 dialogue tags that was like really helpful as well. Another thing is give me a second. It's called, oh, here it is. It's called Emotions into Body Language. So I made a copy of that. It's really awesome. It has eyes, brows, and forehead, place to place, stationary or posture. It has head movement, mouth and jaw, face in general, nose, arm and hand, sitting or rising, recline, entire body in general. So basically, what's been helping me lately is, let me get it. Hold on a second. Oopsie. Okay, so there's a site. It's really awesome. Okay, so it's called onestopforwriters.com. It's like a lifesaver for me. And the reason it is because, and I paid for the whole year. I was like, man, I gotta get this. It's off the chain. It has, oh, wait a second. I need to, hold on a second, because I'm downloading my videos so that I can edit and all that good stuff. I'm just surprised. Really good at it. Okay, so anyways, what was I talking? Oh, so it was a lifesaver because actually I'll go to it. Um, it made my life as a writer so much easier because it has character motivation, color and pattern, emotion amplifier, emotional wound, negative traits, occupation, physical features, positive traits, setting, shape, symbolism. Um, motive. I don't know. Symbolism and motive. I don't know what that means. Okay, motive. Maybe they shorten it for something else, I guess. Talent and skill, texture, weather, and the earth. Then they have the stacks, which include character building, story maps, scene maps, formal scene maps, informal, timelines, world building surveys, idea generator, templates and worksheets, checklists, and tip sheets and tutorials. So it's really awesome. So it was worth the subscription. The subscription was only $90 for 12 months. You can't beat that. $50 for 6 months and $9 for 1 month. And you get it. You also can do a 2-week free trial. Like I said, screw the 2-week free trial. After I saw everything that I saw, I just went and brought the 12 months. There's so much you can do because you have your workspace. It's called My Workspace, and I'm gonna sign in real quick. Okay, so it's called My Workspace, and then you can like put all your notes in it, like just everything, and like you can organize everything. You can like highlight and like move whatever you want to move into your workspace. I don't know, you can just do so much on this site. It's amazing. It helped me improve my writing. Like, oh, you have no clue. It helped improve my writing so much. It was a lifesaver. It really helped with making my chapters come alive. It really helped in showing, not telling. It really helped in the characters' emotions, the body language, their mental stability, the dialogue, all that. It really helped. And so there's also this website that I found. You might just want to type in 250 dialogue tags. So I copied that. There's 250 dialogue tags. That was like really helpful as well. Another thing is give me a second. It's called, oh, here it is. It's called Emotions into Body Language. So I made a copy of that. It's really awesome. It has eyes, brows, and forehead, place to place, stationary, or posture. It has head movement, mouth and jaw, face in general, nose, arm and hand, sitting or rising, recline, entire body in general. So basically, instead of saying, uh, my, I don't know, your character, maybe you write something like, Betty was overconfident and arrogant, or uh, Teddy had good humor and Sarah had sexy humor, whatever. That's telling instead of showing. So instead of saying those words, you can show by saying, um, whoever your character's name is has a cocky, did a cocky wink, or a confident smile, or let's say, what's another one? Um, if I should probably read some of mine. I don't know. For instance, I'll do one with okay, so this person maybe was ashamed of their actions, ashamed of their height, or whatever. So instead of saying Katie was ashamed of her height, so she stopped wearing heels. Okay, you would say, um, when Sarah was wearing heels, she hunched over to look shorter, which I don't think if you're wearing heels, you're going to want to hunch over. So that wasn't a good example. Okay. Instead of saying Kelly was impatient, or Kelly was in a hurry, whatever, you could say Carrie had long leg strides. So that was showing instead of telling. Or let's see something, head movement. If your character is depressed or hiding true feelings or downcast or whatever, instead of saying Stephanie was depressed, you would say Stephanie drooped her head. Or what else? Or what's another one? Okay, a character is, excuse me, unsmiling, excuse me, concealing emotions, anger, worried. You can just say something like, Kelly's muscles in her face tighten. So now the reader knows that your character is either concealing emotions, angry, worried about something, because her face muscles tighten. Or arm and leg, arm and hand. Let's see, what should Instead of saying Mark was sitting at his classroom desk, um, uh, Mike threw a pencil and it hit his shoulder and it made um, whatever our character's name was. I said whatever. I think I said Mike. It made Mike angry. So instead of saying that, you would say when. Okay, so I'll just say this: when Sarah threw. No. Okay, well, whatever. When Sarah threw when Sarah threw the pencil at Gary, making up stuff, and it hit his shoulder, he crushed the paper in his fist. So that's pretty much saying, he got angry. Like he could have been holding a piece of paper at his desk, and when it hit him, like so you would say crushed the paper in his fist. That shows anger, you know. Okay. If you instead of saying your character is impatient or frustrated or bored, like, oh, Candy is sitting at her desk listening to her boring teacher and she's trying to leave to go to the cafeteria because she's like really hungry or whatever you want to say. Instead, you can be like, your character drummed her fingers on the desk because, well, this is a pen, but, or you can say drummed her pen on the desk like I just did, like, but you wouldn't, that would be disturbing to the class, so you would do your hands, so if you didn't have nails, you're going to do the tip of it, like, or she's tapping her head, like, oh, like, like you just use body language, like different body language. I'll give an example. I mean, I won't give an example. I'll read something that I wrote to show how I accomplished this. Let's put it that way. Let me go to one of my chapters. Chapter 16. I don't want to do. I don't think y'all can handle chapter 17. It's like a terrible scene. Two scenes. Let me see. What do I want? Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll start. Okay, so this is my character getting onto the tour bus. I'm not going to read all of what I wrote about when she got on the tour bus because it was like a lot of description and talking about that and blah blah blah. But I want to go down to like what I was trying to tell you guys about emotions, body language, mental, all that stuff. Okay, so Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll read this. So we're straight. Since you're here now, I'm gonna head out to the hotel and get Lil Clip. He is laid up with his girlfriend, but it's all good because he is expecting to have this interview with you. Draylon spoke to me as he walked toward the door. All right, I murmured. Draylon opened the door. Murmured. I don't think I want to use that. I need to change that tag. That's called a dialogue tag. I need to change that one. Anyways, because that doesn't sound right. Okay, anyways, C is good to, I mean, every time I like reread what I wrote, I'm like, I always find something. Okay, before Draylon stepped down, he turned his head sideways with his lips tucked inward and squinted his eyes at me with a smile. No one is coming in here while I'm gone. That's good to know, I shrugged. Yeah, that's fine because she kind of felt uncomfortable, like that she was like, I spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. She felt uncomfortable but was reassured, okay? I immediately grabbed my notebook out of my purse and reviewed the questions that I wanted to ask him. I had put my cell in recording mode so I would be ready to start the recording right away. It felt like 15 minutes passed since Draylon left. I crossed my legs, made myself comfortable, and realized that not all not all tour bus situations are crazy like most portray them to be. It was quiet and just me on the tour bus admiring it. The temperature was just right. It was not too cold and not too hot. I spent so much time heading here. Oh, I spelled here instead of here. Okay. I spent so much time heading here and being nervous for no reason. Draylon seemed cool. He was flirtatious. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He wasn't flirtatious. He was just chilling while giving me a tour. Everything remained professional, and his hospitality was nice. Then the door opened. A guy came on the bus, followed by three more guys, and acted loud and goofed around. And then Draylon stepped on and shut the door behind him. I fumbled with my pen on my notebook and was biting on my lips. None of the guys were Little Clip. If Little Clip was still coming to show up for his interview, why would Draylon lock the door? I stared down at the floor, trying to answer my own question. I leaned over and placed my elbow on my notebook and rested my chin on my balled up hand. None of these guys looked like they were his security. Usually security would not speak to each other and would pay close attention to their surroundings while they walk around or stand in an upright, stiff position. Security would stand out from the rest, dressed in a special attire with an all-black polo shirt that states security and black jeans. I pinched my chin as I watched their every movement. It was as if I was invisible because it seemed as though not only did they not acknowledge I was sitting on the sofa, but never said a word to me. They immediately went to the fridge and got some bottles and beers out and started drinking and talking amongst themselves. I didn't have the courage to speak up because I was not expecting all these guys to come on the bus, so I sat there and assumed Little Clip would be coming any minute. I expected Draylon, Little Clip, and possibly his security or Little Clip's girlfriend to come on the tour bus, but to my surprise, they never did. I need to fix that because Draylon did come on the bus. So I need to say I expected Little Clip and possibly his security or Little Clip's girlfriend to come on the tour bus with, let me fix this, with Draylon. Let me delete this. Draylon up here. Okay, so I expected Little Clip and possibly his security or Little Clip's girlfriend to come on the tour bus with Draylon, but to my surprise, they never did. Within 15 minutes, my stomach fluttered and my hands got sweaty from the firm grip I had on my pen. I rubbed my forehead from the start of a headache because my mind was, I got a notification, sorry, because my mind was racing a mile a minute. As the 15 minutes passed, I became puzzled. Draylon was standing on the other side of the guys. I stood up and raised my hand at him in the air to get his attention, but he continued to kick it. Excuse me. But he continued to kick it with his crew. I poked my tongue into my cheek as I sat back down. I couldn't decide if I should walk over to Draylon and ask him if everything was still a go or wait for him to finish his conversation with the guys. I assumed he would eventually excuse me. I assumed he would eventually walk over to me and let me know what the game plan was, but he didn't. Instead, I noticed Draylon walk toward the tour bus entrance door. I tilted my head back as I leaned back into my seat, relieved that, hold on, I tilted my head back as I leaned back into my seat. Okay, yeah. I tilted my head back as I leaned back into my seat, relieved that finally Little Clip was getting on the bus. But to my surprise, Draylon locked the door. I sat up and my eyelashes and eyebrows squished together. Squished, squished together, and my notebook and pen fell to the floor. I looked at Draylon as I leaned down to grab everything. I saw him nudge the brown-skinned guy on his arm, and both of their eyes darted at me. I had a feeling in my gut that interviewing Little Clip was not about to be the case. That was the cliffhanger. That's how I ended my chapter and went to chapter 17. So, you guys probably heard where I was doing more sharing than telling, hopefully. So then I went into chapter 17. So, a brown-skinned guy about 5'9", wearing a red polo shirt and dark blue jeans, walked over to me without saying a word. See, the thing is okay, so basically, this is a realistic fiction, my life with a fictional twist. So, basically, what happened is I wrote about my life, and then sometimes my writing of the plot went elsewhere, and I just ran with it, and and then I brought it back to my life. So basically, this chapter is the chapter 16, 17, and 18, and the rest of the story is basically going to be like my actual story, like my life, situation in my life. But what was I trying to say? But I guess before I was gonna, well, I guess I could read some of this, but yeah, I'll just read some of it, and then I'm just gonna stop because I just want you guys to see that I'm showing instead of telling. I'm adding emotions, body language, mental, all that, so that you can picture what's going on. I made the scenes alive, and you can put yourself into that scene, and you can visualize it and all that stuff. That's what you want to do when you're writing a book. Okay, so a brown-skinned guy about 5'9", and this is just what I wrote is just from what I remember. So it's just from what I remember. Let me, if I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna go all the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna read a little bit in the beginning. So a brown-skinned guy about 5'9", wearing a red polo shirt and dark blue jeans, walked over to me without saying a word. He stood right in front of me with a smile that dangled on the corner of his lips as he unzipped the front of his pants. The cap top was lowered in the front, so I couldn't see his entire face. I tightened my legs together, my shoulders stiffened, and my body froze. My chest felt like it was going to collapse as my eyes followed his zipper. I leaned a little to the side and looked past him to get Draylen's attention, but the guys' backs were turned to me and I couldn't see Draylen. My posture straightened up as I looked at the guy bug-eyed. Um, get away from me. I don't know what you think this is, but it ain't that type of party. I'm here to only interview Little Clip, I snarled as I attempted to arise. He looked me dead in my eyes and ignored me. He used one hand to my shoulder to push me back down to a seated position and squeezed my shoulder while, with the other hand, he pulled his manhood out from in between his boxers. Draylen, get this dude right now, I demanded as I yanked my shoulder from his grip. Draylen didn't say a word. The guy pushed my shoulders down and I plopped to the seat. Don't touch me. Hold on. Don't touch me. I tried to grab my cell, but when I was feeling on the cushion, it must have fell when I tried to get up. In silence, he pulled me toward him as I squirmed in my seat. He bent down enough to grab my legs, put them in the air. My heels fell off my feet and he rolled my dress to my hips and ripped my thumbs completely off of me. Stop it. I was trying to kick my legs and push him away, but he was too strong, and my shakiness of my limbs didn't faze him a bit. He had a good hold on my legs. I pushed my back up against the back of the sofa and used my arms and hands to loosen myself from him, but he put all his body weight on me and stuck it inside of me. I could hear him panting in my ear every hard stroke he took. I screamed, no, no, stop it, get off me. I tried to use the force from my hands to his chest to push him off of me, but his body weight was too close to my body and strong. He was not skinny nor fat. He grabbed underneath my knees and scooted me a bit down on the seat so my ass was halfway off the cushion. I was pinned down in a pretzel position, unable to move. He had my feet pinned together and my knees kept hitting the side of my ear every time he stroked faster and harder. My chin was touching my chest and my neck was stiff. The way my body was crunched on the sofa, all I could move was my arms, but only enough to squeeze the cushion and take it. I closed my eyes and escaped into a dark place, not wanting to face reality of what was happening to me. My breath was bursting in and out from the deep penetration. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to read, like, anymore. But this really describes pretty much, I really went into details without being too graphic. So basically, okay, okay. So, sorry guys. So basically, I showed the emotions, I showed the body language, I showed the mental part of everything. I was very descriptive. I was descriptive on what the character looked like. I painted a picture for the reader, and I was detailed without being too graphic, but enough for the reader to get what was going on or what was happening to the character. So, my book, I Am Faith, book 1 of the Faith series, 9 times out of 10 won't be released till next year. But the good news is that I'm 10,738 words to my writing goal for the book. And I have only like 2 maybe 3 chapters left and I'm done with the book. But again, I have to go back to edit and revise all of the chapters. Then I gotta have the manuscript edited, and I gotta do all that, and oh my god, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a long process of editing and marketing before the book is released. So, if you have any questions, if you want to go to my blog, it's is at www.faithserieswritingjourney.wordpress.com. I'll put it in the comments, but it's www.faithserieswritingjourney.wordpress.com. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at book_publicity. You can follow me, and this is only pertaining to, well, I guess I'll get it, whatever. Music_publicity. Instagram, of course, Tashawn Marie. My other one is CCE, Public Relations Boutique Firm, for Instagram. Facebook, you guys already know, Tashawn Marie. Celestial Caring Enterprise, Celestial Caring Enterprises, Celestial Caring, yeah, some too. Okay, and TikTok, I am Faith_Faith Series. So there you go. I'm on LinkedIn, Tashawn Marie. What else did I want to say? I think it's gonna hang up soon. Oh, 4%. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is I've said enough. Have a blessed day. All right, bye everyone. Oh, that's what I want to say. If you have any questions about writing, hit me up. Okay, I will, you can inbox me, you can leave a comment or what have you. Of course, I'm going to fix all these Facebook lives, put them together, trim them, edit them, delete them. And then it's going to go on YouTube, and it's going to be one video. So, anyhow, I just want to say, if you have any writing questions, if you're a writer, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, a author, join my private Facebook group at, it looks so weird, same freckles on my face, it looks really weird. Okay, sorry. You can go to www.facebook.com/groups/aspiring talent, which is aspiring, ASIPRING aspiring talent, yeah. Okay, or you can just put in Storytellers on Facebook. You can put in Storytellers Collaborative. I'm going to put it on the comments. Storytellers Collaborative, and then it will say filmmakers, screenwriters, authors, writers. So, yeah, Storytellers Collaborative, filmmakers, screenwriters, authors, writers. It's a private Facebook group. We are almost at 200 members, which is really cool. They're very active, and you'll learn a lot. And I think that's about it. So me and my freckled butterfly face is going to get off now before my phone dies. And my eyes are looking very tired. Like, seriously, my eyes are like, oh my god. See, they're looking like really tired. My hair is sticking up like that. I swear my hair is like curly so crazy. Okay, so anyways, it's from my glasses, but okay, I need to take a break. Okay, so I need to find out about these meetups. So yeah, my freckled butterfly face is gonna get off now. Have a great blessed week. All right, bye. Sorry for like, you know, all night long. But thanks for staying out with me. Bye.